Fala aí pessoal, beleza? Continuando aqui Dragon's Dogma 2. Estamos fazendo a missão da Santa dos Cortiços. Ela pede pra gente levar esse item miasmitas pra ela. Editando, né, o vídeo passado, aí eu me liguei de onde que eu achei essa porcaria. Porque eu tenho já dois aqui no meu inventário, que é esse item aqui. Aí eu já, editando o vídeo passado, eu vi de onde dropa. É de uns parece uns espectros que aparecem à noite na floresta. Então eu vou descansar ali até anoitecer. E aí a gente vai lá pegar esse item para completar essa missão da abadesa. Deixa eu ir aqui agora, a gente tem uma casa na cidade. Deixa eu passar o tempo lá. Descansar até a noite. Ok, foi utilizada. Alguém jogou com meu peão de novo. Ruby.
My temporary master was a bloodthirsty one, ready to charge into battle. 'Tis an odd thing to wake after the sun has fallen.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
E eu preciso invocar mais um peão, né? Porque teve um aí que morreu no passado. Morreu não, ele sumiu, né? Mataram ele e o bicho engoliu, sei lá o que diabos que aconteceu. Sumiu, tem que ir lá pegar outro.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Meio perdido nessa cidade ainda, cara. Deixa eu lá invocar outro peão.
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the light.
Agora vamos lá pra floresta.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Ver se a gente acha esses bichos aí pra pegar o item da moça lá. O tio da carroça. Olha lá. É esses bichos aqui, ó. Aí você mata ele e dropa dele o item.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vin go to waste.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
I think we have the same spell and will overwhelm our foes without magic.
Aí, ó.
Teoricamente,
já temos os três. Oh, deixa eu ver você aqui.
I pray my efforts aid your cause.
Ah, tá nível 15. Cara, se bem que eu tenho bastante coisa, né? Eu podia contratar um aqui mais forte. Mas eu vou deixar por
I shall be
enquanto.
proud to serve you, Arisen.
Posso precisar disso mais pra frente pra pegar alguns inimigos mais fortes, né? Aí eu uso pra invocar um peão mais forte também. Vamos voltar lá pra menina lá pra eu entregar o item pra ela. Acho que se eu vim por aqui é mais rápido. Ah, não, me enganei. Ô, fresco.
Suppose I ought to earn my pay. All this quiet makes me itch to cause a stir.
I ought to act a little more cheerful.
Now to lie.
Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Splendid. You've my gratitude. Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Forgive me. Ah, but in place of a reward, mayhap I could give you only if you've the time and inclination, of course. What say you? As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whatever treatment we can. Yet, at times, 'tis not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived. An unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now, even their poor by chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. Yet, so, he was put into our care.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
Here he is. This young man is Lubomir. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him, but he has yet to show any sign of recovery. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might inflate its price. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. At any rate, I'd best continue on my rounds. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now, thanks to a kind donation.
Psst! You there! Help me! Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now, mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the gracious hand, come tell me of them, won't you?
Take this. 'Tis something I found. I wanted you to have it.
Investiga casa, mãos, caridosas. Parece que algo estranho está acontecendo na casa, mas as aparências enganam. Faça o que puder para descobrir a verdade. Tá, vamos investigar.
Good day, sir.
Good day, sir.
I spend my days in quiet reflect.
Each of our patients deserves our full attention. Would that we had.
Aqui tinha uma porta que não abria ali embaixo, né? Vamos ver se, quem sabe agora, a gente consegue acessar. Agora deu, rapaz. Olha aí.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Que vim na hora certa.
Medicine? Medicine! Now!
Oh, someone help me. Jahan? Bruno? Oh.
Que isso aqui?
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days, hasn't he? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce under the abbess's care. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself. Teles, she gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. Which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner of afflictions, you see. And yet, a part of me is afeared for them.
Informe o que você descobriu. Tá.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the... And none save the abbess can enter? If the gracious hand has a secret, 'tis the abbess who... You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must find out what goes... You've my thanks. I just can't stomach... Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the abbess, they'll know to come and arrest. So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need. If it exists.
To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have to acquire evidence of any misdeeds.
'Tis as you say. I have no issue falling as...
Beg pardon, sir, but this room is where our most severe cases convalesce. I must ask... The patients in this room must not be disturbed. Leave this place at once.
How might we enter the basement sick room?
I like that!
Oh, someone.
Mayhap
Prontuário.
would serve us well to track down the former patients mentioned in these records of treatment.
Indeed, you are
Remédio sem
correct.
rótulo. Já era, tia. A casa caiu.
This is a place of prayer. Do keep your voice low.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything?
Pera aí.
I have
Deixa eu
noticed that
só
the
ver um
abbess
negócio
go-
aqui. Procure na enfermeira do portão evidências. Entregue às sentinelas. Reúne evidências e prenda a abadesa. Em vez, então, tem que entregar pro sentinela.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? What? You found a medicine used only in the basement. Do you think... Could I trouble you to look... Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw before coming here. Radcliff, his name was. He's staying in the rest town. Pray, sir, do what you can. I must know.
Methinks we would do well to bring this
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found... These look like... Record? Johann and Bruno. I know these two. I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. Mayhap that's what got them out safely. At any rate, they may know aught of use. Loath as I am.
Tá, deixa eu ver quem tá mais perto. Ô louco, quem que é esse aqui, cara? Sério que eu vou ter que andar tudo isso? Tá de brincadeira, né? Quem é
There are useful
você?
ingredients.
You looking for a fight?
Is it true you're the Arisen? That's what I've heard.
This performance is the pinnacle of its ilk.
Elena? Ah, yes. The abbess of the Gracious Hand. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. But I must you see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting sicker and sicker till I was... In the end, I survived. But methinks I was one of the lucky few. And once I saw her, the abbess. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up. And he gave her something small in return. You'd think 'twere medicine, but I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. They were whispering, but I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. 'Tis where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square in the eastern part of the common quarter, and always a night, as I recall.
Praça da Zona Leste do Quarteirão Popular. Sempre à noite.
Oh, well met, sir.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person, a saint-like. Her earnest care saw me back to full health. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room, and she watched o'er me through it all, bless her. Can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place, dark and shadowy, filled with the moaning of suppose 'tis only to be expected. Given the state of those assembled, I'm sure I was moaning too.
Tá, então agora vamos investigar. Evidências da abadesa. Tá, mas só se eu voltar. É só um minutinho. Voltei. Porra, agora essa aí dos Sentinelas é foda, hein, cara. Vou ter que ir longe, tudo isso pra fazer.
Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
Ah, excellent find.
Olha aqui, ó.
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phasus is like to be in your debt. Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure this much so quickly.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith. 'Tis simple for me to extract what I require.
Ha! You're a fearsome one. Here's hoping I ne'er end up in your care.
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine. I'd not be seen here with you.
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the Lady Saint's image in the eyes of the common folk, would we?
Glad we understand each other. Till next time.
Aye, be seeing you.
This is not the first we've heard of Lord Phasus. What could his aim be, I wonder?
Mystifying.
I spend my days in quiet reflection.
What's your problem? Stay away from me.
Look, Master, a treasure chest.
What's your problem?
Tá, não dá pra interagir com nenhum dos dois. Procura enfermeira de tá. Padeça, tá, algum tipo de remédio. Eu vi isso. Tá, então agora só me resta ir lá no... Nesse ponto aqui. Aí é o seguinte, eu vou lá, mas aí eu vou durante o dia, né? Descansar até amanhã.
Getting proper rest isn't...
Good morrow, everyone.
Off we go then.
Feeling rested, I trust?
No sense dwelling on the past.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
I wouldn't mind a chance to doze off as the hills roll by.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Pera aí, posto do retiro? Será que é pra onde eu preciso ir, cara? Ou se for, meu irmão.
This ox cart's bound for the check. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Vamos ver pra onde vai essa carroça.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Putz, grilo, hein? Que sorte. Não precisei vir andando.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have seen a pretty stone lying about, would you? One befitting the name the Jadeite Orb. It was stolen from me while I was delivering it, and if Master Everard should find out, he'd ring my... There's no exaggeration. He's had people killed before, more than a few, to be quite truthful. I'd intended to sell off the Jadeite Orb and quit this working under a man such as him. I'd only get chewed up till he decided to spit me out. That... Unless you were to find it for me...
The Jadeite Orb could be anywhere now. Perchance we... thought to speak with someone who has experience in banditry.
Cara, é muita missãozinha
you there?
paralela que fica
You've
aparecendo,
just
cara.
arrived in town, haven't you? I don't mean to pry, only it's my grandson, a boy...
Morris, I've just found out Roger's been abducted by beasts.
What? No!
I've just heard news. Roger was seen being dragged...
Oh, my poor boy.
Morris, think what you're saying, friend. We can't go charging off after the lad.
Do you truly expect me to do naught but twiddle my thumbs when my only grandson's been taken? The soldiers won't do aught for him, will they now? Consarn it all. He's right. But what else am I to do? Do you truly mean that if you return him to me, I will be forever?
I say...
Greetings. You are the Arisen, are you not? Tell me, in your comings and goings, did you happen to encounter a man by the name of... He seems to have vanished while in possession of a treasure known as the Jadeite Orb. My fellow merchant, and if I may be candid, our primary concern is not the merchant. 'Tis an item of precious importance to myself and my partners, you see. And in my hour of need, who should wander by but the good Arisen? What say you, sir? Would you be so kind? You will be rewarded handsomely for your service.
Sirs O'Fulv and Everard each seek the Jadeite Orb. To whom ought we to grant it, assuming we find the thing at all?
Whatever choice you make,
Tá é
Arisen,
doido, filho.
I am sure
Todo
it
lugar.
will
Vou
be
nem
the
passar
right
por esse
one.
cara aqui que vai pedir ajuda também. Ah, não. Calma aí, gente. Deixa eu fazer uma coisa de cada vez aqui, senão fica difícil.
Aye? In need of a doctor, are you? What's this you're giving me? Oh, I see. You want me to run some sort of test on this? Determine what manner... Interesting. Well, you've certainly piqued my curiosity. Naturally, I'll need a bit of time with it. Come back again in... Oh, I don't know.
Ok, então... Agora eu preciso voltar mais tarde pra falar com o cara.
What is it? I've not had the...
Tá, então, enquanto a gente espera, vamos fazer isso aqui, ó, que já tem tempo, senão o menino morre. Sai da porta,
What could
cara.
yon chest be hiding? I must know.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded. We have reached our destination.
There are worse ways to travel, I suppose.
E agora, mano? Onde que eu vou achar o moleque?
Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Shame there aren't as many folks spinning tall. I rather enjoyed hearing the one about it's said to descend. Sounds like the last thing we...
You'll never believe. Normally, you put an elf and a dwarf in the same room and they'll be... Mayhap my eyes...
The flowers that bloom, from what I can glean, the petals isn't that unusual.
Have you heard the rumors? The residents of a small village. There was no warning? Of course, such rumors are best taken.
Have you come from Vernworth? how the ancient battleground to the north is overrun with hordes of fell. In times past, 'twas safe enough a night. When the monsters, since a few days past, skeletons and fat. It could be that aught's say, if I cannot dissuade you from
I've got nothing for you.
How might I be of assistance?
Aye, I met Roger by the cenotaph, on the eastern side of town. He had what looked like a bundle of grass with him, only he was carrying it as though 'twere of the greatest import. Well, he would say no more than 'twas a secret. So I told him, yet no sooner had I turned my back than I heard him scream. I charged to his aid, but a wolf was already scarpering with him and its jewels. Poor lad. His cries haunt me. Pray help him if you can, sir. He deserves a...
Got any tales to...
Golds?
I follow my whims.
If you see old unto...
I've got nothing for...
Fancy a look at my wares? I'm in fine.
Can't remember the last time I had a...
Polished it this morning.
Aye, he had what looked like a bundle. He would say no, yet no sooner had I charged to his aid. Poor lad. Pray help him if you can.
Got any tales to liven up?
Is this some manner of triumph? It's this way.
Could it be all? If I cannot dissuade you from pressing onward, perhaps you'd
Poor Rodge. He truly is a lovely boy, and he's delivered me my remedies many a time. Once, he even picked some flowers. I still recall his smile when he told me about the beautiful flower. Oh, Rodge, will I e'er see your smile again?
The flowers that bloom around here glow come nightfall. From what I can glean, the petals absorb the sun's light by day and release it after dark. Isn't that unusual? Nature works in mysterious...
Pô, solta a tia aí, cara. Tá. Sai da frente.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to...
Tá, só seguir a
Keep
rua
up,
aqui.
though we are less fleet of foot.
E aí, Toelho?
We found a chest. Let us examine what it has to offer. Harpies! Be on your guard!
We'll want to fire against the foe.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Bagunça é essa aqui, cara? Ih, me botaram pra dormir. Sai. De novo.
Watch your footing, Master. Losing your balance on hack. They are right to fear us.
Ought we to pursue and eliminate the stragglers?
Vi morrendo aqui.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if that ought to be found while we're here? A common reward, frustratingly so.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
I'm coming, Master!
You safeguard the original, and I'll handle the remainder.
I sustain yours to me. Sleep magic.
Pera lá. Caraca.
Five hatchets are at your disposal.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Pray, allow me to open yon chest.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Perhaps a short rest would do us good.
Moleque, porra, não era pra estar aqui?
Sunset draws near.
Where we do not fall prey to enemy ambush.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
Olha lá.
Oxen are to be found here, of all places.
'Tis best to leave harmless creatures be.
Let my magics grant you in an immense room.
Yes, master. I shall hasten your aid.
The paths to victory are myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Surely not.
Faster! I shan't let them come.
This ends here.
Puta merda.
Here, an enchantment of cold to freeze our foes. These things happen. Matching one's movements with another is not so simple as it sounds.
This brute has quite the temper.
Eita lasqueira.
How'd you like that?
Tá bom, beleza.
A flesh wound. I can handle that. Advantage stays right there.
Eita lasqueira. Está bravo.
It would seem our foe has lost their bib.
We must make the most of this opportunity.
I shall lead the charge. Arlings have the same spell as all overworld
must regain your footing.
Bother! I was certain we had it that time.
Morreu.
It seems we have enraged our
Why do you not keep the rage to our advantage? Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
I am grateful to you,
Ih, morri. Ô, louco, meu irmão. Morri. Não entendi pra nada o que aconteceu agora, hein? Gary morreu. Ih, caralho.
Would have been lost without you, Arisen.
Master, I'm not sure how much longer I can keep going without rest.
I fear for our chances, if we were to be set upon now.
Caralho, desse jeito o guri vai ter virado comida de lobo já.
Hobgoblin!
Carai. Para, pô.
Fall back, and I will heal you with my magic. Wait right there.
Rapaz, vou morrer, hein? Vai dar pra terminar isso aqui não.
Hang in there. Help will surely come. I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
Sai. Ah. Caceta. Vai, vamos juntar nós dois nele aqui e dar um couro nele.
My magics are
Ah, não, cara.
yours to wield.
Fall back, and I will heal you with my magic. Wait.
Meu Deus do céu. Tem que ficar de longe aqui, porque... Cara, eu ainda levei, mano. Ah, não.
Well done, Master.
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Ih, mano.
The product.
Não vai dar não, hein?
Hang in there. Help will surely come.
My word. This ox cart has been destroyed.
The roads are hardly safe.
We ought to proceed with caution.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics.
Vou contratar essa aqui e vou trocar por ela.
Fair travels, Arisen.
It will be an honor to serve by your side.
Vamos ver se me ajuda mais, né?
Ingredients are
Quem
plentiful
sabe?
hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Será que eu tenho alguma coisa aqui que restaura um pouco meu HP? Não tem nada, né, cara? Acho que é só descansando mesmo. Fudeu, fudeu, mané. Tem um bagulho ali, mas eu não tenho o kit, né? Se tivesse um kit de acampamento, eu conseguia montar ali. Eu vou ter que começar a andar com essas porcarias mesmo. Nenhum deles tem. É, eu achei que não ia precisar, deixei tudo guardado lá, mas no fim das contas era bom ter um na mão agora.
No one can defend themselves when battled like this.
Ih, caralho, aí, velho. Mata o cara aí.
One of us has been drenched.
Deixar tudo com eles aí, cara, porque senão eu morro.
I did my best to match your skill, Master.
You are wise indeed to have sought my aid.
Contratar, vamos trocar. Você, né, cara? Fazer o quê? Dá um peixinho aqui pra ele.
Over many fierce battles was
If
our
we
bond
share our
forged.
strengths,
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Mano, tem uns bichão aqui, hein?
I espy a hobgoblin. A bolt of lightning will soon see this fiend fried.
Mano, sumiu as pétalas de rosa. Eu tava seguindo elas, que eu acho que é o que ia me levar até o moleque, mas sumiu. Aqui, ó.
I fear I must stray from the thread of our conversation to tell you. Ours is a party of women, by and large.
And? I've no
bicho.
objections.
Mata esse cara aí.
let myself be
Da
overcome.
puta. Ih, morri.
Fire is not its weakness, but its strength.
My thanks. What would I be without your resistance?
Ah, porra, tira ele de perto de mim, cara.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
Que filho da puta, cara. Vamos trocar a Tabitha.
Should you have further need of a marksman, if ever you've need of an ear to listen.
Boy.
We're under attack. So long as the Arisen stands, we shall find victory.
By your leave.
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait right there. I grant you fire's blaze. Use it well.
Really now? What are you doing?
'Tis folly to pick quarrels with beasts.
Beleza. Um perrenguinho aqui, hein?
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Cara, o pior é que eu tô mal, hein?
At once, Master.
Vocês têm que ir na frente aí, porque senão...
Well done, Master.
Do not despair! I'm coming to your aid!
Thank goodness someone has a hand to lend.
Here, an enchantment of cold to freeze our foes.
Twas a glorious success. Just think what we could achieve if we honed our talents further.
Ui, pegamos um kit, cara. Agora é só achar uma fogueirinha.
My pack's grown rather heavy.
Let us make haste for the nearest town. I'd rather sell our pickings at market than toss them aside. Take this. 'Tis something I found. I wanted you to have it. Seems our foe has recognized our victory.
Want me to pursue and eliminate the stragglers?
Five magics are at your disposal. Arling had the same spell and will use our own magic.
Take care of the great. A sharp incline is like to throw us a balance as our enemies.
What's going on?
Moleque.
How did I get here? I remember. The wall. You saved me. Didn't you, sir? How did you know where I was? Did Grant... I suppose he must be worried. If it's all the same to you, sir, I think I'd like...
Our results are awaited. What say we make...
Got to keep it together.
Bora. Que BO isso aqui, hein, cara. Trabalho lá, porra, que me deu.
The fiend unknown is the most perilous.
Naught can threaten us if we watch each other's backs.
battle, with nary a moment to breathe. We must try to find a moment to gather our strength. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Consigo pegar esse moleque no colo? Vamos levar ele aqui. Matei o guri. Cara, deixa eu ver aqui.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
I fear I must stray from the thread of our conversation to tell you. Ours is a party of women, by and large.
And? I've no objections.
Ih, carai.
This ox cart seen better
Passou a
days.
sombra de um grifo aqui, hein, cara.
No room for carelessness.
Não vem não que agora eu tô incapacitado de fazer qualquer coisa.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive.
What manner of treasures will I find today? I can scarce wait to find out.
Ah.
I can proceed no
Vai lá.
further. Sting is yours to wield. Battle is best avoided here.
Agora eu podia montar um acampamento, mas não vou. O pior já passou, teoricamente. Meu moleque, porra. Aí.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Another encounter? I ill like this. We are already hard pressed from our previous engagement.
Tá porra. Mulher é braba, hein? Gostei de ser, mulher.
Having more of these to hand ought serve us well in battle.
What say we pelt one at the next foe we encounter?
As a matter of fact, curious thing, one of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
Fascinating.
Muito difícil essa missão, hein? Mas...
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? I enjoy this work. Keeps me on my toes. Got some good things on offer. Many thanks. Rodge? Rodge!
Hello, Grandfather.
'Tis a miracle! You're alive and in one piece!
Grandfather, you're smothering me.
Oh, hush! You don't get to complain of such things after you worried me half to death.
I'm very sorry, Grandfather.
And you? Words alone will ne'er be enough to express the depth of my gratitude. Pray, take this. 'Tis naught but a trifle in comparison to your kindness. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for saving me.
Outstanding.
'Tis moments such as these that make an adventure worthwhile.
We mustn't grow complacent, but steel ourselves for the trials to come.
Long as I live, I shall ne'er forget this.
Ok, vamos voltar lá, ver se aquele carinha tem alguma coisa pra nós. Tem que procurar uma pousada aqui, hein? Onde está você, homem?
Ah, there you are. You've come. I must ask, where did you acquire that concoction? To be plain, 'tis more poison than physic. It has the potential to heal one's ailments, certainly. But only if they could survive long enough. Worse still, it has addictive properties that are likely to cause the patient... I say patient, but I should hope whoever made this did not intend it as a method of treatment. You'd have to be well and truly... Worse still, it has addictive properties. I say patient.
Perfeito. Então agora o que mais eu tenho que fazer? Bom, um negócio que eu achei que era só entregar o medicamento, ó, o rolo que virou. Tá, deixa me ver uma pousada para eu recuperar meu HP para poder meter o pé daqui. Cara, porra, por onde que eu subi? Deixa eu dar uma cavucada aqui no mapa só pra ver se tem pousada, né? Pousada do Zeppelin.
This ladder can take us.
So, you seek to enter Battahl, I presume? I'll have to check your permit.
Leave this place at
legal.
once. You have...
Não era pra ser uma pousada isso aqui também, cara?
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Might as well take a look while you're here.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
What now?
Well, come, if you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth for yourself. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well.
Tá, mas ele só falsifica o que eu já tenho, né? Máscara de parte do pelo, seu detalhe da confecção permite que o humano passe facilmente por esfera de jade. Esse aqui que o cara ali tava procurando, hein? Será que se eu comprar um e passar pra ele, ele aceita?
Many thanks to you.
Mercado de sucata. Falsificações podem ser fabricadas no mercado de sucata. Basta levar o item que se deseja duplicar. Paga uma taxa e espera alguns dias até que o mercador conclua o seu pedido. A aparência do profundo falsificador será idêntica do original, mas o mesmo não pode ser dito em relação à sua funcionalidade. Tempo ao tempo. Tá.
Welcome. If you think me a liar, then buy something. And see the truth for yourself. Hope to see you again.
The jadeite orb is safely in hand.
Porque é o seguinte, tem duas pessoas que querem. Acho que esse aqui é um.
Did you manage to retrieve the jadeite orb?
Sim, dar antigo ou ainda não.
Very well. Pray continue.
Pra qual deles dois, hein? Quem que será que é mais confiável? Esse aqui disse que queria recuperar e tá com o pessoal. Esse outro aqui, ele queria vender ela, né? Esse cara aqui, ó.
There you are! Pray, tell me, have you found the jadeite orb?
Se foi ele que roubou, hein?
Fie! If Master Everard finds out what I've done, I shall be dead before the
Se
morrow.
descobrir o que fiz, não estarei vivo para ver o sol nascer amanhã. Cara, agora eu não sei, eu tô na dúvida, hein? Se eu entrego pra esse cara aqui. Ou se eu entrego pra esse maluco aqui.
So, how goes it? Did you manage to retrieve the jadeite orb? Very well. Pray continue.
Eu vou entregar pra esse cara aqui. Vamos ver. Bora eu lá. Vou entregar pra ele.
There you are. Pray, tell me, have you found the jadeite orb? Oh, thank you, thank you. Now my freedom is assured. Pray, take this. I know 'tisn't much, but I've naught else to offer. Right, I'd best get going. Sir, though we may ne'er meet again, know that I shall remember this kindness.
I hope Sir Offal shall lead a life free of cares, now that we have released him from his shackles.
My heart is light as a feather after that exchange.
So, how goes it? Did you manage to retrieve the jadeite orb? Very well. Pray continue.
O cara aqui não tem mais, né? Ele só tinha uma.
Welcome. If you think me a liar, then buy something.
Era a única que ele tinha.
Many thanks to you.
Então fechou. Aquele cara ali vai ficar sem. Você vai ficar sem, brother. Não tem outra não.
I've got wares of every ilk.
Esse Cara, aqui também não tem nada.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Sir Murden He's not the friendliest of neighbors, though.
Bora.
Apologies, but I can't offer you a ride, sir.
I thought you might like this, so I picked it.
This ox cart's bound for. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Tomara que vá de boa, sem ataques. Ah.
Another battle so soon? We only just pulled through the last one.
Sai daqui, filho da puta.
Here, an enchantment of cold to freeze our foes.
Não posso tomar hit se não morro, cara.
You have my protection.
Filho da puta. Morreu dois aqui, cara.
I'm saved. Thank you.
Cara, o que eu faço pra recuperar esse HP, hein, cara?
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives?
This rumour has been troubling me ever since I first caught wind of it. Apparently, there is an illness we pawns can catch beyond the rift that makes us a danger to ourselves and others. Symptoms include...
Might as well take a look.
Ah, verdade. Agora que eu lembrei, né? Eu posso usar essas pedra barca. Eu tô com alguma aqui no meu inventário, cara. Que daí eu já volto direto lá pro coisa.
Many thanks.
Well, it takes two to make a sale. And this seller had nothing to tempt us with. Our funds are better spent elsewhere.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Cristal Porto. Aqui onde eu tô não tem nenhum Cristal Porto, né, cara? Deixa eu dar esse confere antes de eu vazar, porque depois que eu partir já era. Bom, a princípio não tem. Então... Então é isso, vambora.
And here we are, in the blink of an eye. Shall we take stock of our surroundings?
Primeira coisa que eu vou fazer... Casa.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
After you, Arisen.
Dar uma descansada. Até
I
amanhã.
have no issue falling asleep. Our adventure continues.
Come, we've
Agora
much to be
sim,
getting on with.
recuperado.
I hope you slept well.
Bom, pessoal, é o seguinte, o vídeo aqui já está gigantesco. Vou encerrar ele por aqui. E no próximo eu continuo daqui para finalizar essa missão aí do que eu já até esqueci o nome. Da Santa dos Cortiços. Beleza? Então, isso aí vai ficando por aqui. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Quem gostou, puder deixar aquele like. Tamo junto. Obrigado, forte abraço. Falou.